Modern-day Chinoys are visible in every aspect of Philippine society. We now see young Chinoys excelling in the fields of sports, arts, entertainment, and other industries, even government and politics, and not only limited to commerce. These Chinoys now embrace the Filipino lifestyle, no longer the foreigners or outsiders they used to be. In this episode, we will see vignettes of contemporary Chinoy lifestyle through monologues and songs, bringing to life the unique experiences of being a Chinoy. A large part of the influence of Chinoys can be seen or tasted in the interesting mix of food we have today. The blending of two cultures has brought about true fusion cuisine, naturally evolved over time. From Pansit Canton, we now have variations like Pansit Luglog, Pansit Habhab, Pansit Molo, and Pansit Malabon. We even have Chinese food with Spanish-sounding names like Camaron Rebozado and Dorado con Jamon. So, sit
After
back
all
and
that,
enjoy.
Brian, what do you say now?
You got me there. I'm Chinoy.
O di umamin ka rin?
You know, I could really empathize with the traits you sang about there, especially that bit about growth balls. But what about the future for our children? The future for the other Chinoys? Is it bright?
Pioneering and acclaimed Chinoy composer, Mr. Jo Marichan has the answer.
Mahalin natin ang ating mga bata, arugain, turuan at tulungang umusbong, akayin pataas, papuntang bagong umaga na naghihintay sa kanilang pagyabong. Sa larangan ng kultura, ang daming kaigaling sa pagtugtog at awit, may talinong angkin. Musmus pa nga sila, lubos ng pagmamahal, sa sining ng salamin ng kanilang damdamin. Kailangan natin ang mga bata, sila'y ating binhi at ani. Tulungan natin bigyang laya kanilang puso't diwa para sa ating kinabukasan. Ng kultura, ang daming kaigaling sa pagtugtog at awit, may talinong angkin. Musmus pa nga sila, lubos ng pagmamahal, sa sining ng salamin ng kanilang damdamin. Kailangan natin ang mga bata, sila'y ating binhi at ani. Tulungan natin bigyang laya kanilang puso't diwa para sa ating kinabukasan. Tulungan natin bigyang laya kanilang puso't diwa para sa ating kinabukasan, ang kabataan.
Ang sarap pakinggan. Sana nga magiging maaliwalas at maliwanag ang kinabukasan ng kabataang Chinoy.
Sana nga, dahil hindi madaling maging Chinoy. Noon, pati na rin ngayon.
Ang daming mga issues, mga problema, mga kailangan isaalang-alang habang tinatahak ang landasing Chinoy dito sa Pilipinas. Pakinggan natin ng kanilang mga kuro-kuro.
The simplest answer is the Chinese Filipino. But that oversimplifies the essence of a person whose identity has been forged in the foundry of challenge, pain, and survival. The sufferings of a person who must lovingly inhabit a country that earlier denied the claims they have made on it. The Chinoy's response to the spate of kidnappings are the most poignant examples of the ambiguity that affects their sense of who they are and how they should relate to a country they call home.
This sometimes requires the special skill of straddling cultures, of weaving in and out of racial stereotypes, of effecting the peaceful coexistence of tradition and modernity in one conflicted mind and heart.
But as with metal that is forged in a hot and seething foundry, the Chinoy is often made stronger precisely by the pressure, conflict, and pain that he must contend with to find his rightful place in the Philippine sun.
Throughout your life, people pontificate on what you are and are not, what you are supposed to be and not be.
Your elders constantly nag that you have become so Filipinized that you've forgotten the chi in Chinoy. You argue that you're only 18, but they insist that, following the lunar calendar, you're already 20.
Most of your Filipino acquaintances think you're very rich, good in business, brilliant in math, and bulol in Tagalog.
Hindi lang Pinoy maraming Chinoy, ganun din mag-isip.
Oo nga, nung isang araw, merong pulubing lumapit sa akin, Chongping. Laking gulat ko na nag-Chinese sa akin.
Not me. I grew up in Divisoria. I had no trouble speaking Tagalog because I spent a lot of time watching movies starring Susan Rosas, Nora Honor, and Dolphy. I didn't find it odd that I enjoyed Nancy Drew mystery books as well as Kislap novelas and Wakasan comics. I crave for tuyo, santol, green mangoes, and bagoong. As much as I love eating Santa, Kaulabel, and Hopia. Although we own many pairs of chopsticks, we are more at home using spoons and forks. When we get sick, we drink Chinese herbal concoctions, but also aspirin. Since my father is Chinese and my mother is a Filipina, I've always been confused as to who or what I really am. Ever since I was young, I've been misjudged by other people. The racial tension continued into my high school years. This time, the problem revolved around the opposite sex. Filipino boys were wary of getting close to me because they believed the Chinese girls wouldn't be allowed to go out with them. By the time I got to college, however, I became proud of myself for having two cultures within me. And I was determined to bridge the gap between those two cultures. My parents didn't have an easy time after they got married. Nobody approved of their union. But their love and respect for each other outweighed everything else. I strove hard to achieve the same equilibrium in my own complicated self. Yes, although bound feet are a thing of the past, we continue to be painfully bound by prejudice. In the coming years, we must continue to strive hard to lessen the biases and misunderstandings of the past and help our children become more enlightened in mind, heart, attitude, and practice. True amalgams of the best in the Filipino and the Chinese. Chinoy.
Pinoy man o Chino, ang turing nyo sa akin, hindi na lalayo mga pangarap natin.
mga mata mo. Ako ba ay dayuhan, Pilipinong iba sa inyo? Ako ba'y di kabilang sa bayang ito? Dito man sinilang at umusbong ang puno. Pinoy man o Chino, ang turing nyo sa akin. Hindi nalalayo mga pangarap natin sa loobin. Dalawang kulturang magkaiba man ang paningin. Pinagsanib nitong bansang isang harikain. Ako'y kapuso't kalahing mo rin. Mayroon mang iba sa salita at anyo, damang-dama sa isip ko at diwa ng pagkatao. Dalawang katauhan dito sa aking puso ay nagsusumamong matanggap sa lahing kinagisnan ko.
Pinoy man o Chino, ang turing nyo sa akin.
Hindi nalalayo mga pangarap natin sa loobin. Dalawang kulturang magkaiba man ang paningin. Pinagsanib nitong bansang isang harikain. Ako'y kapuso't kalahing mo rin.
Ako'y kapuso't kalahing mo rin.
Brian, nasakyan mo na ba ang Buhay Tsinoy pagkatapos ng nakita't narinig natin?
Mas klaro na sa akin ngayon.
Good!
Pero, nagugutom ako. Wala ba tayong maski anong mangunguya dyan?
Wala eh.
Ay, eto.
Hoy! Kunyaring pagkain lang yan, fake!
Anong kunyari? Anong fake?
Ano ngayon?
Masarap nga. Paano nangyari yun?
Alita naman, huwag mo nang i-analyze ang lahat ng nangyari sa atin ngayong gabi. Hindi mo ba napansin? Everything happening to us is magic.
Oo nga, ano? Bakit kaya?
Ayan ka na naman. Just accept. Alita, accept. Go with the flow. Before tonight ends, you will know.
Wow! Mang Candido, ang galing nyo!
This, Miss Alita, this, Mr. Brian, this is another example of the cross-pollination of cultures between the Chinoy and the Pinoy for hundreds and hundreds of many hundreds of years. This food that we are eating, Chinese food that all Filipinos love so much. It is so very much at home in the Filipino stomach. Yes, another important contribution of the Chinese in the Philippine life. Chinoy, Chibog.
That's a funny guy. Hey, where'd he go?
Mang Candido! Yoo-hoo!
Ang lutuing Pinoy dapat ipagmalaki. Ang sarap, how yummy, it's good for you and me. Dito makikita din ang creativity at practicality ng kusinerong Chinoy. Oh boy!
Halos lahat pwedeng gawing sangkap. Pig's blood with intestines, okay. Chicken feet, adobo, approve. Si cucumber with spicy mantis, shark fin, bird's nest, fish lips, eating utak, century, egg, ahas, bayama, tiyanak. Yun lang ang ipwede.
Pag mapaklapat tamisin, pag matabang konting asin, pag wala pa ring dating, paang hangin. Pag wala pa ring effect, budbura ng vetsin. Sige, hindi na. I withdraw my suggestion, Your Honor. Alam ko namang hindi healthy.
Gutom na ako, ibugan na. Tayo na sa pansitereng Chinoy. Pati mga Pinoy at Amboy. Talaga namang dinadayo.
Kaya get sa pansit!
Tara, let's
Hinalang ng tokwa.
What about our special
What about?
Camaron rebusado, dorado con jamon.
Chinese ba yun?
Yes, of course naman. Kinestila lang ang title para mas social pakinggan. Oye, chica, como esta? Chica, chica, cha, cha, cha.
Pengin alam ng tigyam. Damihan mo, sige na please lang. Para sa aking mga chikit-chikiyam. At sa aking mga chiksyan.
Siyam ang chicks mo?
Huwag kang maingay. Baka mabuko ako ng misis ko.
Ang saya-saya! Kaya everybody, one more time!
Ang lutuing Chinoy dapat ipagmalaki. Ang sarap, how yummy, it's good for you and me. Dito makikita rin ang creativity at practicality ng kusinerong Chinoy. Halos lahat pwede.
Everybody now, sabay-sabay para walang sablay! Paano ngayon, Chuck?
茶米罗米咁多米，คุณทุนมีจำเฟิงตรงไหลเฟิงจำจีขาเฟิงตั้งเกวเฟิงซึ่งว่าทั้งปัดโต้อาหูทั้งออกแกมเกวซ้ำเกวเกวปัดโต้เกวเปซ้ำเกวโซกาโซอาของตีขาบักยาอา
Alisan nyo na malapit ng maluto ang
This one, 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 this one,